Hey, what is going on, Geminis? Butch Tarot here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I always have to, I don't know why, but this side of my shirt never wants to go down. Giving away the free gun show that probably nobody paid to see. Always, like I said, always feel free to comment down below. My usual thing is when I'm on the treadmill, that's when I read the comments. You know, I answer emails. I don't know what it is with the treadmill. It makes me want to read. Some people watch TV when they're using treadmill. I can't do that. I feel like I get too concentrated, and I can read though. So I don't know how that works. I can't watch TV when I'm on a treadmill, but I can read comments, like very small writing. I can read it. I don't know. Anyway, with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what message do we have for Geminis? What is going on for Geminis? All right, Geminis. So the first thing I feel like this is an energy of someone you already know. You know, for some of you, this may be a newer relationship. For some of you, for others, this is something that I feel like has some longevity behind it, because I feel like there's a lot going on between your energies, a lot of entanglement. I mean, first and foremost, I feel like with this person, I mean, you have a strong, very deep connection with this person. You know, I feel like this is your best friend. You know, I feel like this person, they've seen it all. And you've seen it all. You know, they've seen all of you. You know, but I feel like one or both of you aren't being completely forthcoming. You know, with the justice in reverse, I feel like you're keeping something from each other. I mean, I feel like there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here. Even the Seven of Swords, like I said, I don't feel like you're being completely honest with each other about how you truly feel. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of overthinking going on. And with that overthinking, I feel like we have some negative thinking as well. I mean, with the Four of Swords, that, you know, overthinking, the Five of Cups, looking at the negatives or the positives. I mean, I feel like it's very chaotic. I mean, I feel like this person, I'm gonna be very frank with you right now. Honesty is the best policy, right? So I'm just going to come right out and say it. I feel like this person pisses you off like no one else could. But on the flip side of that, there's a lot of fierce love. I mean, that was a slip up. There's a lot of, they love you fiercely, but you piss them off. And I feel like it's vice versa. I feel like this person, like you couldn't piss this person off anymore, but they couldn't love you anymore either. That's a sign. Believe it or not, that's a sign. I slipped up. I said fiercely. And then I thought, I'm not going to put myself in there. We're not going to do it. We'll talk about it later. That's a sign when you can love someone as deeply as you've ever loved anybody. And that same person can get under your skin the way this person does and the way you get under their skin. There's something there. But I feel like I said, we're not being completely forthcoming with that justice in reverse. I feel like you've both been screwed over before. You've both been screwed over. And it's almost like you kind of it's not kind of like, it's like you shut this person out and they shut you out. There's times when you just shut each other out and that's holding you back. Like I said, you have this incredibly strong bond with this person. We have the Lovers and the Two of Cups. This is true love. And I feel like this person truly loves you. And not just the good, the bad, and the in-between. And that's another sign that we should really pay attention to, because it's easy to find someone that loves the good in us. It's easier to find someone that loves us on our best days. Just like I said before, it's easy to find friends when you won the lottery. But when you're broke, you're bankrupt, it's a lot harder. A lot harder. That's when you meet the real ones. But like I said, I feel like there's some holding back, though. I feel like you've both being screwed over before is holding you back. Almost like trying to find red flags. Maybe something they did to piss you off one time reminds you of someone else that screwed you over. Or not wanting to give that person too much of you because you don't want to give them the opportunity to screw you over. So I feel like you're both in this self-imposed prison, but you're cellmates. Your prison cells are right next to each other. And you got the keys. One thing I see with this person is this person loves you. Without a doubt. And I don't feel like they're ever truly going to walk away from this. With the Eight of Cups, the King of Cups, it's a profound love. It's like I said, true love. This person not only is your best friend, I feel like there's also, your lover, your confidant, the person that you can rely on, the person that shows up for you, the person that, this is the person that's going to give you all those things. But I feel like we have to allow it to grow. We have to leave room for expansion here. They will show up for you. They will put in the work, and they'll keep you safe. That's what they want. But what's holding us back is the fear. Letting our imagination get the best of us with that Moon card. When you shouldn't have anything to fear at all. From what I'm seeing here, you shouldn't have anything to fear. I feel like together, you're much stronger together than you ever were apart. Sometimes it's hard to admit that. Sometimes it's hard to admit that we need someone else. But I feel like you've established that trust. I feel like even though you may not admit it, or even though they may not admit it, I feel like you trust each other. And I feel like that's another sign. There's a lot of signs going on here. I feel like you can truly be honest with each other. Do I feel like you are being truly honest with each other? No. But I feel like you have the capacity to be able to be honest with each other. I mean, this person they'll fight for you. They just need to know that you want them to. And they will. I mean, this person, it'll always be you. Like I said, this person loves the good, the bad, the ugly, the good, the bad, the in between. They love you as much on your worst day as they do on your best day. We just have to allow them in. We have to let go of what doesn't do us any good anymore. With that devil, I mean, the devil is a restraint. It holds us back. All that past shit is gone. I mean, we can't get back yesterday. We can't make things right from the past. People that screwed us over, they screwed us over. But that's long gone. It's time to communicate. It's time to have that real talk. I mean, like I said, you have something very special here. You both do. I'm not just speaking to the cross watcher, I'm speaking to you as well, Gemini. Someone that will never stop fighting for this. It's time to stop fighting each other and fight together. Like I said with the strength card, I mean, I feel like you're so much stronger together than you ever could be apart. And like I said, sometimes that's hard for a person to admit that they actually need someone. It's easy to admit you want someone, but it's hard to admit that you need someone, at least out loud. But when you find someone that they'll never give up on you, that's something worth fighting for. Like I said, it's very easy to find someone that'll enjoy you on your good days. It's easy to find someone. Don't even come over here. Get going. Leo, he likes to come up and jump all over the table. Bugger. I feel like this, like I said, I feel like the real issue here isn't if you love each other. It's about truly communicating with each other and truly opening up the communication here. One or the other shouldn't expect the other person to go further than they're willing to go. Don't expect somebody to come crawling to you if you're not willing to crawl to them. That's not what it should be. A person shouldn't have to earn you. Just like you shouldn't have to earn them. They shouldn't have to prove that they're not like anybody else. Just like you shouldn't have to prove you're not like anybody else. It should just be common knowledge. Proof is in the pudding, they say. It's easy to talk. It's easy to talk a good game, but it's harder to walk the walk. And I feel like you both can do that. Like I said, this is not just about love. It's not just about being on the same page. It's not about intimacy. It's about all of it in one. I feel like you have something very special here. It's not something you see every day. And it's worth fighting for. Like I said, I feel like you're safe with this person. They want to be safe with you. And it's not about, when I say, you feel safe, I don't just mean feeling physically protected. I mean, feeling like you can just be you. With no gimmicks, no hidden agendas, no games, just you and them. A lot of times we talk about sex as in something very, you know, the physical form of it. The physical, um, engaging in the physical act. But there's so much more to it. I mean, when you're truly connected to someone, um, there's something very beautiful about being, you know, better lack of term, naked in front of each other. Nowhere to hide anything. It's just all out in the open. It's right there. Just soaking each other up. And when you're truly with someone that truly loves you, even the physical form can be elevated to a place where it's hard to ever think about being with anybody else. I feel like we got a little deep there. With this person, we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have Gemini. We have Virgo, Capricorn. We have Cancer. I think I said Pisces. Leo. I think I said Leo, but we're gonna say it again because I can't remember. I got deep. Just let them love you, The reason I laughed earlier when I said fiercely is because fierce tarot, as most of you know, me and her have been together for a very long time, and I laugh because that's how I feel with her. There's days she pisses me off, and I'm sure there's days that I piss her off to a point where I don't think anybody's ever pissed me off to that point. So she can really get under my skin, but I don't think I've ever. I know I've never loved anybody as much as I love her. It's like two different ends of the spectrum. And I feel like that means something, I feel like when you're truly in love with someone, they can invoke emotions in you that maybe you didn't even know you had. Maybe you didn't even know was possible. And that truly happens. I mean, obviously I love her a lot more than... I'm in love with her more days than I'm pissed off. But there is days, and like I said, I'm sure I know I get under her skin. But I love the good, the bad, and the ugly. I've seen it all. I love her as much in her worst as I love her in her best. And I feel like that's the thing with a true connection. You can't just love somebody's best and ignore the rest, because that'll never truly last. If there's something about someone that really annoys you that you don't think you'll ever get over, you probably won't. So it's important to really understand the person standing across from you. And that's what's important about being open and honest with each other, and transparency. It's like there shouldn't be any secrets. Me and her don't have secrets. Now, there's a few I wish we did, but no, I'm just joking. I kind of play it off as funny sometimes, but she's the person I want to talk to. She's not just the person. She's not just the mother of my kids. She's not just this beautiful, intelligent woman. She's my best friend. You know, she's motivated. She's ambitious. I feel like she truly gets the best out of me. You know, I feel stronger when I'm with her, and there's some days I don't like what she's saying to me, but very often she's not wrong. You know, and the fact that she's willing to say it to me, it speaks volumes. It's the type of person I need, and that's the thing in life, is finding that person that gives you what you need. Not always what you want, but what you need. You know, just like your intuition, it's not always going to tell you what you want to hear. It's going to tell you what you need to hear. You know, and I feel like that right person is that person that you can trust to be honest with you. They're not just going to say things. You know, some people, you'll be dating someone and they'll say some mean shit to you because it's mean shit. They're not saying it because it's true. They're not saying because it's based on any fact. It's just mean shit. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking with someone that's going to tell you something. You know, someone tells you, like, you're going out and your partner gives you a hug and you stink. Maybe you should put on some deodorant. They're going to tell you that. You know, or maybe your fly's down. Maybe you got some food in your teeth. And that's just kind of comical. But real things, you know. Maybe sometime you're being an ass and they tell you, you know, you're being an ass. And there's a few times that she's told me that, and right then I kind of take a step back and realize, yeah, you know what, I was being an ass. But like I said, there's a fine line between someone being honest with you constructively and someone just being hurtful. Anyway, be good. Take care. Stay safe.